We got Greg Jennings with us now. Greg, good morning. We got to run the no huddle. Let's have some fun. Let's head out to Seattle. Mr. Unlimited Russell Wilson. Haven't heard much from the Seahawks all-everything quarterback this preseason. Been a quiet camp after a bit of a whirlwind offseason, but with all that drama behind him, the focus is all on the field and getting the most out of this team in Russ's 10th year in Seattle. Take a listen.
I feel better than ever. I've been training like crazy, as you know, and I've been working my tail off. My mind's more clear than ever. Shane and I have been studying like crazy. I've been working my tail off all offseason on the plays and the concepts and everything. I feel in command of everything I want to do. The guys look great. They look tremendous, ready to play. And so we feel very confident in what we can do. And I feel more confident in myself more than ever, and I've always felt like that. You know, I've always felt like, you know, for me, hand me the ball and let's go to work and let's play ball. So that's what I love most. I love the process. Some people don't like the process. Yeah. I don't mind the tough times. I don't mind the hard work. I don't mind the adversity. I don't mind that stuff. I thrive in it.
I know someone that likes the process. Wilds, last year at this time, we had these big expectations for us, and you saw how that all played out. You expect Russ to have the Seahawks in Super Bowl contention this season?
Well, yeah, I hope so. Go Badgers. But I'm a little bit confused, or I should say I'm optimistic about how happy Russ sounds, because part of the process, I guess, Greg, is saying, hey, if you guys don't let me throw the ball more, here are 4 teams that I'd like to be traded to, including the Bears and the Raiders. So I like that this is a good development, but I don't believe, Greg, that if the Seahawks start losing a few games, that the issues that reared their head during the offseason don't start to come back a little bit. I think Russ wants to throw the ball. I think Russ in this NFL top 100 players, he was sending out congratulations to everybody, all of his teammates that were on the list. At the same time, he dropped down from 2 to 12. I think he notices that. I think he's going to come out and have a big game, big season. But if Pete Carroll and him start to sort of disagree on how much they should run the ball, how much they should throw the ball, I think there should be a little friction that affects the team.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. When you think about Russell Wilson and what he said this offseason, that doesn't go away unless you win, Wilds. Like, it is constantly thrown back in your face unless you win. If you start to lose, then now what do you do? And I like Russell Wilson, and I think he's going to have this team ready to go. They've always been a team that we've thought, when healthy, when Russell Wilson is playing at his best, this is a Super Bowl contending team. Defensively is where they have to pick up the slack. But Russell Wilson, when you listen to him, I'm with you, Wilds. You still hear that he wants that ball in his hands. He said it, you know, put the ball in my hands and let me go. Yep. That's what he wants. So you know there's a part of him that is still holding on to that process that he started of letting me cook and let me do what I feel is best for the team versus you guys tell me what's best for the team and then we move forward accordingly. But I don't think Russell Wilson is a confrontational guy. So he'll comply all the way throughout the season and do what he needs to do, but it won't be what he wants to do.
That's right.
All right, let's head out to Dallas. Yesterday, we got more good news about Dak's shoulder as we inch our way closer to the opener, this time from his OC, Kellen Moore, who's basically seen every single pass the quarterback has thrown. Take a listen.
It was awesome to have Dak back. Obviously, in the team setting, that was the biggest thing. He's been around, obviously, each and every day in some capacity. But obviously, having him out there in 11-on-11 is huge. It's great for him. It's great for the morale of everyone on our team, I think, especially for our offense. And I thought he looked great, and we're fired up. We're just playing ball at this point. So we're not looking at anything from a limitation standpoint. We're playing football, and we're getting ready for, obviously, from his standpoint, we're getting ready for the regular season at Tampa Bay.
No limitation, says Kellen Moore. Nick, if Dak is healthy, and I know it's an if at this point, do the Cowboys have the most dangerous offense in the NFL?
No. The Cowboys will have a good to very good passing attack. But let's just assume Dak is fully healthy for all 17 games. They're going to have to fight and claw to be a top 5 offense, let alone the #1 offense. Like, off the top of my head, Kansas City clearly is a better offense. I think Tennessee could be a dynamic offense, assuming Derrick Henry's still Derrick Henry, the addition of Julio Jones. Cleveland is as well balanced as any offense as there is in the league. That's just in the AFC. In the NFC, I think Seattle and Green Bay immediately come to mind as teams with better offenses. Here's the thing for the Cowboys. Like, do they have a top 3 offensive line? Not anymore. Do they have a top 5 quarterback? No, probably just
Back Super Bowls. It felt like when the Bucs went into last season, they were like aggressively trying to get better. We got Tom Brady. Are we good enough? We got O.J. Howard. No, let's get Gronk. Oh, we got Mike Evans. We got Godwin. Nope, let's get A.B. All right, we're solid at the running back position. Nope, Leonard Fournette is available. Let's get him. Get better, get better, get better, get better. Then comes the offseason. They're in the parade like, no, nobody's going anywhere. We're going to sign all our starters. They're going to bring back 22 guys. And I think a lot of people out there are thinking that's what you do. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So what's the balance of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and if you're not getting better, you're getting worse?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I think, number one, you have to look at how talented they are as a football team. And I'm talking about depth on defense. They're young on the back end of their defense, and they played exceptionally well in that defensive backfield. Their 2 linebackers, I mean, those guys are football playing Jessies. They can run, they can hit, they can cover, they can play zone, they can do everything. So I think when you talk about overall talent, you know, this league usually turns over at about a rate of about 30-35% from a roster standpoint. And you're talking about not only 22 starters, but they get Antonio Brown back. So it's like 23 starters that they retained. And I think the biggest thing is the drive of Tom Brady. And it is like, I won't be surprised 5 years from now when he reveals that he's not actually a human. He's an alien. It won't surprise me at all, because the guy is so driven. And I'll tell you, here's the amazing thing. It's not your desire to play on Sunday. It's your desire to work Monday through Saturday that ends up ending your career. You just get tired. You get beat up. Your body breaks down. You're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And the fact that that guy isn't sated by 7 Super Bowls, 10 Super Bowl appearances, well, if you ask him what his favorite ring is, he'll say the next one. And he means it. And the effect that he has had on that football team, from he walks into that locker room and guys think they're professionals. Guys think they know how to prepare. Guys think they know all this stuff. And then they realize, oh, crap, I'm not even close compared to the way that guy works and the way that guy prepares. And that's what he has done for that organization. So he's absolutely amazing from that standpoint. And that's why I still give them a ton of credit for the potential of winning the NFC.
Well, and so a point about kind of that line of thinking in regards to the Chiefs, and then a point about Brady. All of that is true as far as not being stated and the drive. I also think when you're doing the math on Kansas City, you've got to incorporate the fact that this is not a team coming off a Super Bowl. This is a team that was favored in the Super Bowl, and that was the worst game they have played since Patrick Mahomes took over. The fewest points, the biggest margin of defeat. It was the first time since Alex Smith was the quarterback of this team that the Chiefs have been beaten soundly. The first time they were beaten with Patrick Mahomes playing quarterback by more than 1 score. The first time they were held under 20 points with Mahomes playing quarterback, or second time under 20, first time under 10. So what level of extra almost motivation and we must get back there do they have? On the Brady thing, listen, here's what happened with Brady. When he was 38 years old and 39 years old, folks such as myself were like, 40-year-old quarterback's never been able to do it. I think it's time to start questioning him. And then he won a couple more Super Bowls. And because of that, now there are less questions about Brady's age at 44 than there were at 39. And I am not afraid to step on that rake potentially again and say he is human and the dude's 44 years old. Like, if Stink's wrong that he's not going to reveal he's actually an alien, then it is not hating or unreasonable to say he is going to get at least slightly worse this year than he was last year, and then the previous year and the previous year, because he's 44 years old. It's George Blanda with, better hair and a nicer chin. Yeah. Like, at some point, that is true. What's up, Wilds? What?
Yeah, I agree. Is that a new rule of the show? Can we do that from now on? Can we talk about great players aging and then it being fair to question? I don't know if a guy was hurt 2 of the last 3 years.
40.
Is it,
once they hit 40.
Can we do that on the show?
Absolutely.
Is that allowed now,
Once
Jenna?
they hit
because
40. Once they hit 40.
Once they hit 40, okay.
No problem. So we,
okay.
Yes, LeBron's got 4 more years
Shame
before
on
you
us.
got to worry about it.
I didn't say
Step
LeBron.
on that